Alcohol Awareness Month is going on right now. A time to focus on abuse and what that might look like in a variety of ways. An Iowa woman is sharing her story, all in an effort to help others know that they can overcome alcohol abuse and come back better than ever. Angie Chaplin joins us now. She's a speaker and a mindfulness leader, a leadership leader. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you, Erin. Happy to be here.
Yeah, so you and I have crossed paths, actually, waiting in the wings on Hello Iowa.
Right.
And so I knew that you did these other parts of your business. I didn't know about the alcohol-free aspect. So just give people the condensed version of your backstory.
Sure. I am coming into 4.5 years sober now, so my journey started on the positive side in 2020. But for about a decade leading up to that, it was a downward spiral of having a glass of wine at night to unwind, and then turn to bottles of wine. And then I would become physically ill and hospitalized. And so I would think, well, it's not the wine that's the problem. It's the wine, it's not me, right? Yeah. So then I would shift to a different drink. And obviously it doesn't matter what alcoholic beverage you choose. If you drink enough of it, it's going to deteriorate your health, not just physical health, but mental health. And I went through many years of struggling with both mental, physical, emotional health as my life just really imploded with some of the choices I was making.
Okay, you're so transparent about this and vulnerable, and I appreciate that so much. So you sent some photos, and one is actually a mugshot.
Right.
So give us context for this.
Yes, I had raised my family in Waverly, Iowa, and in 2019 thought, I'm going to make a move. I'm going to go to a community, a clean slate, start all over. None of this baggage will carry with me. And so I moved to Dubuque, and of course, isolated in a community where I didn't have a strong support system. And it had the opposite effect. So I drank regularly, was making myself ill, was having job performance. I ended up losing a job, and I was arrested for an OWI in April of 2019. Unfortunately, that wasn't the last rock bottom, and it took another year before I would finally be admitted to the hospital in Dubuque in critical condition, and spent 5 days in the hospital, some of those in intensive care.
Wow.
And when being discharged, a doctor was pretty straightforward and said, you are literally killing yourself with alcohol. And as a mom to wonderful grown men now, but they were, students, and I made a choice that I didn't want them to see me living a life of literally seeking to end it.
Yeah. So all of that is really dark and really scary, but you have a very positive message now.
Yes. Yes, and so once I made that decision, I entered an intensive outpatient treatment program and had really re-examined my life through the lens of leadership. So using my studies and the work and certifications that I held, and it started for me with values. What are my core values, and how do I live a life grounded in those core values? So for me, it was all about self-leadership. 40 days later, COVID hit and put an end to my treatment program. Obviously, I was at a turning point once again, and it really allowed me to just double down and to lay the cards in front of me. For me, there's values cards, and to put a plan in action, meaning what systems do I need? My systems create habits. What habits are going to support the choices and changes that I need to make? How do I get myself in a better environment? So I moved out of Dubuque to Cedar Rapids, and now I live in Iowa City. And life continues to get better and brighter and bolder and braver and all the positive effects that I never would have imagined.
I love this split screen that we made.
Right?
I mean, this is the embodiment of how your life has changed.
Yes, yes.
All
and
right.
when I rarely look at that picture on the left, of course, but when I do, I see how dead I was. You can see that, and that's literally how I felt inside. And removing alcohol and of course implementing some positive changes in my life really allowed me to find the light that I needed within. And then by sharing my story, I hope that that light can lead the way for others in evaluating their relationship with alcohol.
I love it. Thank you for being here and for all that you do. If you're interested in learning more about all the ways that Angie helps people, here's her website, angiechaplin.com. This will be on our website as well.